the Greeks were never strong civil rights advocates in the sense of you didn't see them in all the progressive organizations. They were progressives, but they were not leaders. Let's say we sometimes say the Jews were very big in the civil rights movement. But the Greeks weren't involved in the other side either. They understood something very clearly. And Helen Papanikolaou talks about this in her books about the Mormons. The Mormons said, what's the difference between a Greek and an African American? They said, one dip. God had dipped it one more time. Well, somehow, I believe Greeks always understood that. They always understood that, yes, today they're not coming after us today, or today they're going for the Jews, or doing this and that. But that kind of person could very easily come for us. So there was a kind of distancing from the worst racism. That doesn't mean that they didn't go to white neighborhoods and so forth. And I don't want to make them different than what they were. But you know, when the Iacobus marched with Martin Luther King in the South, Detroiters didn't think that was such a terrible thing. Some Greeks thought, "Oh, why did he do that?" In Detroit, they thought, "Well, that was good." And King had marched in Detroit a year before, and there were Greeks in that march too.
Unlike you and most of you, I was not born in the United States to live and enjoy democracy. I came to the United States from Turkey, where I was a third-category citizen. So when Martin Luther King Jr. had his walk to the courthouse of Selma, Alabama, I decided to join him. So I said, this is my time to take revenge against all those who oppress people. Upon my return, someone called me prodoti, traitor. Somehow that I should be ashamed of what I have done. Some that I am not an American. Some that I'm not a Christian. I know that civil rights and human rights continue to be the most thorny social issues in our nation. But I will stand for both rights, civil and human, for as long as I live. I feel it a Christian duty and the duty of a man who was born as a slave.
Archbishop Iacωβος at that time was on the Racial Conciliation Committee for the president. So as a church leader, he was very fair and was not prejudiced at all. And in fact, marched with Martin Luther King. I know you've seen the story. So when you are raised in the church and you respect the clergy, particularly the archbishop.
His name was Archbishop, I might be saying it right, but I say it as
I can tell you, Iάκωβος.
I always say Iacωβος, but Iacωβος. And I was fascinated by him. He left his congregation and he came when Dr. King called. He said he needed other men of faith to come and support him. And the Archbishop came. And I love the pictures. He's there and he's so regal. And in the film we have a moment where Dr. King embraces him and says, "My friend, you came." And the Archbishop said, "Yes, we came for you. We stand with you." So it was important to be there to show that it was people of all colors who supported this.
The Christian responsibility to bring, as I have said, peace in the mind and the heart of every citizen who feels that he is ignored by his government or his state. Therefore, religion must pursue to the end this cause of equality and dignity for all Americans, regardless of race, color, or religion.